Somebody call Aunt Jemima, 'cause it's time for waffles. Oh yeah. Waffle time, waffle time, waffles. Hi again. Wow, 2 videos in like a day. Holy shit. Don't get used to it. I did a video, then the Highlander, Wouter, done did a video, and now I'm gonna do a video response to his video response. So I'm technically making a video response to myself. The internet! His video response was obviously on the most recent thing to show up in my channel, which is the collecting hoo-ha, and his wasn't, he didn't answer the fucking questions. Bad. But instead, he kind of went off on a tangent about the fact, or a very mellow tangent, about the fact that it was more or less an existential examination of collections and collecting. And he's not at all wrong in any way, shape, or form. I just want to throw my thoughts in because it's the internet and that's what we do, right? Nobody asked for my opinion, but I'm damn well gonna give it to you. And your world's gonna be better for it. Is that ever the case? Ever? Like, have you ever gotten into a political tangent that really wasn't in some way just you flexing your own muscles? Do you really think you're gonna change somebody's idea? But anyway, that's not what we're doing here. We're just talking for the sake of talking, apparently. But isn't that the internet? Oh god, things! Too many thoughts! Anyway, his point was basically, though he admits he's a collector, this isn't a hypocritical bullshit, you know, thing of, oh, you bad people. The point was that when you collect, they're just things. They're not automatically things that possess any value, they're just usually plastic, they don't serve a purpose. What is the point? When you die, they're probably going to go away. You know, if you're lucky, your family will keep them, but will they enjoy them? I don't know. Novabug did a video about this, I want to say a year ago. And it's been a conversation, especially in the retro gaming community, that is discussed ad nauseum. And it's all true. It's all very factual. What if I were to die tomorrow? I have no idea who's getting them Sleestack masks. Because I kind of want them to go to someone who will enjoy them. Kind of think Goodwill would be a really, really good place for, I don't know. But anyway, my thoughts, expanding upon that, is that it's not what you collect necessarily possesses any intrinsic value, on any earthly value. Because technically when we're collectors, we're kind of just junkies. Because when we collect something, if I really want this, don't ask why I have black spray paint, with a magnet and a screw on it. New information for me. Why are you there? You don't need to know. Anyway, if I want this, and I get this, and maybe I wanted it for a while for whatever reason, what happens in my brain is that my dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin levels are suddenly at a different balance, and I legitimately get a sense of high. It may not be euphoria, but it is an elevated state. Not brought on by any physical exertion or any actual external manipulation. We get high off ourselves. And it feeds the ego, because I have this. You don't. I am more suitable for breeding now, because I have the thing. And the more we do that, the more we enforce that particular behavior in our ego. And like any drug, the more we do it, the less of a high we get, so we need to do it more and more in order to maintain that high. And we need to add different parameters. There has to be an illusion of rarity to it to make it a stronger buzz. And none of that's a bad thing, though. That's kind of what love actually is. So, it's not, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. It shouldn't be looked at like it's a bad thing. But subsequently, it's not the thing, it's what that thing does to you on a chemical level and what value you hold on that thing emotionally that creates this. You know, maybe my grandpa was in the Navy, so I tend to get a little doe-eyed and squishy with Navy stuff because of the connection to my grandfather, who I love dearly. And, you know, we can all make connections to that. But in the case of my snow globes, specifically, as I discussed in the previous video, as he made a good point of mentioning, what the snow globes do for me, they can be absolutely worthless. That's not... In fact, somebody actually asked me last year while I was reading one of my antique books in public. We had a good conversation about reading, because he was surprised to see someone in public reading a book, especially in the community I live in. But he had asked, is once, you know, how, I don't even remember how the conversation happened, but he had asked if the value of the book I was reading was solely based on the antiquity of it, or if the story factored in at all. And that was a really good question, because it's kind of both. I wouldn't have picked it up were it not an antique, but now that I'm reading it, I love the story. But the same sort of situation happens with anything we collect. Is it really valuable? Is it valuable just because we think it's valuable, or is there a point behind it? Some people collect things just because it's presumed to be rare, it's presumed to be valuable, and I'm a better person than you if I have this. Or I accomplished something by having this. Go me! Whatever. Whatever your reasons are. Your life, my life, whatever. Waffle time. But for me, that's never really been what it is. In fact, usually big dollar signs mean I go the other direction. I have no way of understanding how something can cost so much unless people are literally dying in order to get it, make it, etc. And even then, why do you want it? Blood diamonds. Excuse me. Excuse me. But for me, like the snow globes, what they do for me, it's not even how much they cost, how ornate they are, if they have fucking Sleeping Beauty in them. When I look into a snow globe, especially one that trips my trigger the right way, it's not a Christmas theme. It's something going on in it that I like. It's glitter instead of the fake snow. It's big, and there's Beethoven or Tchaikovsky underneath. When I shake it up and when I look into it, the world goes away. Everything that hurts about the world, all the understanding of what's going on in the world, all the hypotheticals, the fact that somewhere, like a few yards away from me, a kid is going hungry maybe. The fact that an animal just got hit by a car. The fact that there are women being sold as sex slaves. The fact that there are children being sold as sex slaves and beaten horribly. You know, the fact that horrible things exist in this world and there's no flipping a switch to stop it. There's no way to police all of it. There's no way to stop it. At least not right now. That all goes away. Everything that I have to feel, everything that I have to try to turn off and filter, and not just worldly, in my own life, the people I can't help, the things that I can't solve, and I don't know how, and I don't like that I don't know. You know, all of those things go away for that 10-15 seconds that the music box is playing and I'm looking at the glitter. And some people, and I'm not passing any judgment, how you live your life is your choice. As long as nobody's being hurt against their will, I have no right to tell you what to do. Likewise, you can reciprocate. But I am not someone who wants to ever take drugs or introduce an external chemical into my body to create that. I don't want to. It's just my life. So this is kind of it, you know, being able to look into that, being able to have that moment where nothing matters and magic is real and it's all okay. It's all okay. We're not on our own. You know, there aren't bills to be paid. The world isn't dying because of what we've done to it. None of this is real. It's, in fact, it's not, it's Schrodinger's cat. It's real and it's not real. It doesn't matter. It's not what I'm thinking about. So I guess snow globes would be pretty therapeutic for me to have. But the devastation for when I eventually do break them, the scales are, it's apples to oranges, it really is. But yeah, so anyway, that's just my way in. It's not, though he's right, collecting is just acquiring things, and they don't by themselves really mean anything or have any value. They're not your loved ones. They're not things. And Proby Man Brad, Proby Man 5 Brad. I have no idea why I have to always put his fucking name at the end of the channel name. I'm sorry. His comment on the original video was actually one kind of a similar idea, because he didn't want to acquire things, he wanted to acquire memories. And if you want to see what he was talking about, go to the comments section and read what he said, because he said it better than I do. And I thought that was really cool. He wanted to see it as a quest and an acquisition of memories and experiences, good and bad. That's awesome. And that kind of stuff is really cool. Really cool. And that, I hate the word should. Use the word should and I'm gonna really want to hit you. But I'm gonna break my own rule. That should be a focus. And I think technically maybe it is for most of us. Whether or not we realize it is debatable. But yeah. That would be in the category of things you can collect that definitely have value. Although they kind of technically don't, because who values them? You. I don't know, I did not mean for any of this to turn into this big philosophical conversation. I just wanted to know the stuff you guys want to collect, but you don't, because I was curious. Because I was playing on eBay and I went, hey, there's a thought. I think the moral of the story is I have to shut up from now on, because just shit happens. But anyway, yeah, feel free to go check out, well, don't feel free, do go check out the Highlanders video. Maybe take some Prozac first. And if you have a response to this is the internet, let rip, have at it. Let's just keep this ball rolling. Or if you have a response to the original video, go check that out. Or if you have a response to Abraham Lincoln, go ahead. I don't know what's going on. But the car's running because it's cold out and I gotta go do things, so I'm gonna go do things. Love you guys, and I'll see you later.